Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tommy Daniels. Today I've got a really lovely guest with me.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Tola Awoyemi and Tommy's sister.
Yes, this is one of my four sisters. Okay, so today Tola kindly agreed to feature on my channel as we talk about
Agreed. Yeah.
as we talk about something really interesting and exciting. So we're going to be talking about whether we're gonna be getting most of your opinion on whether we you think people should borrow for their wedding.
Just my opinion.
I'll speak as well.
Okay.
On whether you think people should borrow for their wedding. Okay, so do you want to go first?
No,
What do
you
you
go
think?
first. I want to know what your take is.
Mine is not okay. So this is my take on it. I think that people's weddings should be on the basis of what they can afford. However, having said that, I know that people are, particularly ladies, even guys sometimes, or like you have dreams of what you want your wedding to be like, and then when it gets closer to the time, maybe your financial situation doesn't quite permit. So there's sometimes I feel like there's a bit of a trade-off in terms of, okay, this is what my dreams are, and hopefully by God's grace you're only having a wedding once. So it's like, okay, am I going to forgo that? Maybe sometimes like three choices. Do you decide, do you hold off on, do you push the wedding back to when you can afford it, or do you go on what you can afford, or do you borrow knowing that you know you're not gonna have that time again, it's just one wedding. So I feel like for me it's not a clear yes and no answer, but towards the end of the video I'll kind of give you a little
You want me to speak
no,
first, right?
I want to hear what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's yes and no. Yes and no because, not one size fits all.
Yeah.
Normally I would have just said outright no. But again, what are the circumstances? Why are you borrowing, for the wedding? So for me, it's like, for the wedding, it's a no. Do what you can afford in terms of, let your dreams marry with what your reality is for the wedding. What are your must-haves? What are the things that you just know that, if you think back 10, 20 years time, you're going to regret?
So what if you can't afford the must-haves?
You can't afford the must-haves,
Yeah.
then you need to actually check your must-haves again. Or do you want to wait till when you can afford it? If you don't want to wait, again, the wedding is just a one-day affair. And I think a lot of times we pay just so much attention to having a time of it's your wedding day.
Yeah.
But do what you can afford. In 10 years' time, you can have another party, call it whatever you want to call it, renewal of vows, renewing your
Anniversary.
your anniversary. I mean, there's so much more to
But
celebrate.
don't you agree that you're not going to have, it's not going to be the same in 10 years time? You probably have
It's not
kids,
going-
you've been through a lot together. It's not that same newness of, oh my god, that's my husband, like that's my wife.
Yes, the debt as well is not. It's not going to have any
I know,
wow
I
factor.
know,
And
I
it puts a lot of pressure on you. Like you guys are just coming together. You've started with debt. Are you sure you're going to have enough time to go all the about the weddings when you're thinking about the bills to pay?
back.
And there's just so much more that is going to be coming afterwards with responsibilities and all that. So do you want to start your marriage with such, just because of one day you have those dreams? So I think you need to weigh your dreams and, what can I really afford? The reason why I said yes is, for instance, okay, you're expecting a certain amount of money that isn't going to actually materialize until after the wedding, maybe like a month or two after, and it's something that you're sure about that money. It's not like a maybe. Okay, so if you borrow, I know that in a month or two thereabouts you'll be able to afford, then I can say yes in such a circumstance.
I was going to actually say that because I feel like that's one of the points I was actually going to make, that I don't think people don't plan on the basis of money that you don't have, particularly when people are promising you told them you're getting married. There are two sides. Like, it's probably not the exact scenario of, okay, maybe you've done a contract for someone or you've done something and in 2 months time they're going to pay you, or at work you're going to get a bonus that is
Yes, I think that's the angle I'm coming from.
That you're getting
Like,
in
it's
2
your
months' time.
money, it's your business, it's your income, not that somebody said they will give you money in a month or two. This is
Then
your
you
own
start, like,
money,
going-
but it's just not in your account.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of things that also people, like even family, like family could say, or different, like people in maybe your either nuclear or extended family are like, oh, no, you're getting married, like I'm going to do this, I'll sort out this, I'll sort out that, and they really may mean well at the time that they were saying it, but maybe closer to the time they realize that they don't. But then if you've already gone ahead budgeting on Mr. X is going to give me
X,
£5,000, and then closer to the time Mr. X can only give you £500, but you've already made plans on £5,000. That's going to give you a lot more stress and anxiety than anything else. So I think that's another point. Like, don't plan on money that people have said they give you until they've given it to you and you've seen it cash or you've seen it in your account. Just assume that it's not coming. But back to the yeah, I think it's quite obvious that we're not saying a clear yes and no answer. But however, what is definitely very important. Sorry about the noise. If you can hear some background noise. If you can, it's obvious that definitely do it on the basis of your affordability.
Yes, definitely. That is really key. And don't spend all your life savings on a one-day event. Yes, you might be having the wedding of your dreams and you have all that money. But still, you don't have to go all out. It's just one day. All the guests will go back home. All the decorations, everything is going to get packed up. So don't just spend so much on just a one-day affair. Yes, you have dreams. We all do. But then I think it's just, just be mindful, really. And there is just so much to come in the actual marriage itself that you don't want to start off with so much financial pressure. I think, ease whatever financial pressure as much as you can. What are your must-haves? What are those must-haves? Maybe you even need to still narrow down on it if it's, where and above. So the fact that you've got the money in your account does not necessarily mean that you should then just go overboard just because you want to have a wedding that everyone is going to be talking about. Yes, they'll talk about it, but next month someone else is going to have another wedding, and then they are done talking about it. Like you tried on Nigeria
for a while, and then that's it.
Exactly. I think there's just this nowadays.
I think with social media puts a lot of pressure.
Social media, so much pressure. You have to do the pre-wedding shots. You have to do this. You have to wear this. You have to do this decor. You have to use this venue. You have to change. What does your outfit? Come on, please. Spare me.
I think there's just a lot of pressure.
There's just so much pressure.
And I think what would be better is if you really wanted to borrow money, like why not borrow money and use that money for something else, like an investment, like buy a house if you guys haven't bought a house, or start a business.
The most irritating part. People have all these our weddings that everyone is talking about, and then after the wedding, they're just moving into one rented apartment, and the wedding, cost thousands and thousands of pounds. Yes,
they're barely able to afford rent, or maybe you're even able to afford rent comfortably, but couldn't you have actually used that money to do something else, something that would your children in years to come would actually thank you for?
Exactly.
I think so, but I do understand. I think definitely I'm not going to play down the fact that I do understand that people have dreams and people have things that you even without social media, this has just been on your mind forever. You've always imagined having this however long train. You wanted to get married in a cathedral. You've always wanted a destination wedding, blah blah blah. All of that, you want that, but truly as you get nearer to the time, you just need to wait. Is it really important? Is it a do or die affair? If I don't have it, would I have a horrible day if this doesn't happen? For me, I knew, for instance, one of the venues we're looking at, I knew that I was like, no, I just could not see myself getting married there. I was pretty much going to get that venue through, I think. But I just knew that I was like, no, that's not the dream I had. However, at the same time, all the halls I was seeing, they were really expensive. It was out of our budget. There wasn't really money flowing from somewhere. But eventually, I guess the desperation and passion and just knowing that I'm not this is the budget. I can't go much more than that. So even though my dream was what I was being offered, I was like, no, it was way below what I wanted or what I had visualized. Not that there was anything wrong with the place, but it was just not what I wanted. And at the same time, the other things I was finding, I could have just easily gone and said, well, that's all the 10 places I've seen is all that price range, so that means that's the amount, or that's the price for all. But I knew there wasn't borrowing. I knew there had to be a way. So I think is giving that extra push, and then I was able to eventually I was searching non-stop, and I was able to eventually find somewhere that looked like it's not the exact whatever, but looked like it. Basically, it was a very good compromise, and what I eventually found, and money-wise, was excellent.
Most
importantly. So I think just push a bit more, find search a bit more. Don't just give up and just let people. You just ask 5 people around you that have gotten married and they said they got married, they spent X amount, and you just think that's the normal price.
That's the normal price, exactly.
Maybe everyone
the normal price is your pocket.
Exactly,
is your account.
Price. So
the fact that X spent 30k or 50k or 70k does not mean that you have to now go above the 10k that you can physically see in your account or the 5k you can afford.
Yeah.
Do what you can afford, and there's much more than that one day wedding. I think for me, for my wedding, it was that my must-haves was a lovely wedding dress and my ring. Those are the two things I was particular about, just my wedding dress and my ring. I would have loved a nicer I think I wanted lovely decor as well, but the decor wasn't really that great. I had a 1,000.
The hall was nice.
The hall was nice, 1,000 seater with 1,000 people, and I'm thinking if I was to do it again, half of those people. Because I was like parents and like my parents and family and people that I don't
I think
know.
for you it was like that as well because you're the first.
Maybe because I
One
was the
getting
first. It was
married
just
family.
like every single person we knew. So many people, like 1,000. Like seriously, it's not a carnival. It's just a wedding. Like it's the wedding, and there's just so much more, to do after that. So I think for me, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I just wanted a nice wedding dress. Again, nice did not necessarily mean too expensive. Wedding ring, that one had to be really, really nice. Again, it's going to be on my finger.
I don't think I
and
gave
it's going
too
to be
much
for
thought
so
to
much.
that.
I gave a lot of thought.
Well, I knew
actually
I
like
wanted
rings.
something
I'm
nice,
particular
but it
about
wasn't
rings.
like of course everyone knows your particular about rings.
Yeah.
No, but I think
love
for
rings.
me, like one of my must-haves was the decor. I really, really wanted the decor to look nice, and I think I definitely got that. I can't remember what else, but I just remember the decor.
I wanted a nice cake as
definitely-
well, and I think I
I
did
don't
get a
think I
nice
was
cake.
thinking.
Yeah, but the cake was like, really nice, but not, I wouldn't go. My ring and my wedding dress was the key for me. Everything else, everyone else, turn up, fine. Don't turn up. I'm getting married anyway. So.
But yeah, this video was just sharing like what we think, and I guess in summary, what we think is that it's kind of yes or no. Yes, in the fact that you should go based on your affordability, or yes, on the basis that you have some sort of guaranteed income coming from somewhere that you can plan on the basis of, and also don't feel like you need to spend all your savings on a wedding, even if you have your savings, because there's one part of borrowing, but then what if you have your savings? You can just like splash. You don't have to. And just like search, and don't do what everyone is doing, like social media.
Be different. Don't let social media put so much pressure on you. At the end of the day, everyone is just putting up a show for just one day. Come on, please be real, and don't let the what's going on and the trend set your own. Set your basis for your your benchmark. Be you, do you, and enjoy it.
And this video is just going to be one of, I think, 3 videos I'm going to be recording about wedding. It's my 2nd wedding anniversary.
Oh, congrats, girl.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's true.
In about a week. So I'm just going to do a few videos about wedding / marriage related. Okay. So this is the first of 3, I believe.
You're thinking, you're reminiscing, you're...
I think the 2nd one, I'm going to do one probably next week, which is going to feature my husband, Shane.
About what?
Just talking about like our 2nd year, or like 2 years, basically like a 2-year review. We did one, actually no, we did last week, we did like a Q&A. Anyway, I don't know how I'm going into that. Yeah, just stay tuned. Yeah, we did one like a Q&A when we were 1 year, like last year.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, but this time around we'll just do like a review. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you were able to pick up 1 or 2 things from this and share with your friends that are about to get married or just in that phase, and hopefully you can learn something from this. If you have any questions or comments or whatever you think about this video, please leave a comment in the comment section. Subscribe, like, share, please. All right, thank you so much, Tola, for featuring. Thank you. It was nice to have you.
And you too. Bye.
Bye.